There was a boy who ran every night, not for exercise, not for health. He ran because stopping meant thinking, and thinking meant facing himself. His name was Arjun, 22 years old, college dropout, no job, no plan. Every evening as the sun went down, he would lace up his shoes and run through empty streets. People thought he was motivated, disciplined, fit, but the truth was darker. He wasn't running toward anything. He was running away from questions he didn't want to answer. What are you doing with your life? Why did you quit college? What will you become? These thoughts haunted him, so he ran fast, far, until his body was too tired to think. And for a few hours, he felt safe. But running doesn't solve anything. It only delays. One night, Arjun ran farther than usual. His legs burned, his lungs screamed, but he kept going. Until he couldn't. He collapsed near an old park bench, gasping for air. And then, silence. The kind of silence he had been avoiding for months. And in that silence, the thoughts came flooding back. You're wasting your life. Everyone else is moving forward. You're stuck. You're a disappointment. His chest tightened, not from the run, from the weight of his own mind. He wanted to get up and run again, but his body wouldn't move. So he sat there, alone, in the dark, with himself. For the first time in months, he stopped running. An old man walked by, slowly, calmly. He sat down on the same bench a few feet away. He didn't say anything at first, just looked at the sky. Then, without looking at Arjun, he spoke. "You run every night. I see you." Arjun didn't reply. The old man continued. "Let me tell you something. A river that runs fast crashes into rocks. A river that flows slow reaches the ocean." Arjun frowned. "I don't understand." The old man smiled. "You're not running to go somewhere. You're running to avoid standing still." Those words hit him like a stone. "But standing still is where you find yourself," the old man said. "You think your thoughts are your enemy. They're not. They're your mirror." He stood up, looked at Arjun one last time, and said, "Stop running, boy. Face the mirror." And then he walked away. Arjun sat there for an hour, maybe more. He didn't move. And slowly, something shifted. He stopped fighting his thoughts. He listened to them, really listened. "What are you doing with your life?" The answer came, not loud, but clear. "I don't know, but running won't help me find out." "Why did you quit college?" "Because I was afraid of failing, afraid of being average." "What will you become?" "I don't know yet, but I can't become anything if I keep hiding." For the first time, he wasn't drowning in his thoughts. He was understanding them. He realized something powerful. His thoughts weren't the problem. Running from them was. Every time he avoided them, they grew stronger, louder, heavier. But the moment he stopped and faced them, they lost their power. They became just thoughts, not monsters, just questions waiting for answers. Arjun stopped running every night. Not because he became lazy, but because he no longer needed to escape. He started sitting with himself, writing, thinking, planning. He didn't have all the answers, but he stopped being afraid of the questions. Here's the truth most people don't understand. Your mind isn't your enemy. Your fear of your mind is. When you run from your thoughts, they follow you everywhere, in your sleep, in your work, in your relationships. But when you stop and face them, something strange happens. They become quiet, not because they disappeared, but because you're no longer afraid. Discipline isn't about controlling your actions. It's about controlling your relationship with your own mind. The strongest people aren't the ones who never feel fear or doubt. They're the ones who sit with it, face it, and don't run. Arjun still runs, but now he runs because he wants to, not because he's escaping. He's not perfect. He still has bad days, overthinking nights, but he's no longer afraid of them because he learned the hardest lesson of all. You can't outrun yourself, but you can stop, turn around, and finally meet